Well, Beth, a few weeks back, you had a lot you wanted to tell us about Detroit models in our future, but you just didn't have enough time.
That's right, John. We still need to look at upcoming Fords.
From what I understand, there's going to be plenty of new ones.
That's right. Now, just about every Ford will have new looks by 1989, but let's start with the ones that get the least. The full-size Crown Victoria and Grand Marquis get slightly smoother styling and new grills for '88. This one on the Ford makes it look a lot like a Chevy Caprice. Originally, we thought the Escort would be replaced for '89, but it doesn't look that way now, since it will get a facelift too for '88 with a new nose and wraparound front bumper, plus a lift of sorts for its other end with a new hatch and European-looking taillights. Now, John, the Taurus, Sable, and Mercor will get minor touching up, but most other Fords will get major surgery. With just a quick look at this Ford, you could pass it off as a Taurus or Sable. A look closer, it's really a Ford Tempo with all new skin. It'll have wraparound glass at the rear and taillights that curve into the fenders. Up front, flush headlights and grille. Our photographer tells us the dash is new too, but a sharp eye can tell the dimensions of the Tempo are unchanged, so most of the mechanical bits are carryovers. This redesign for the Lincoln Continental is even more extensive, because in 1988, the Continental will go to front drive. The car's platform, as you might have guessed, comes from the Taurus. But the new Lincoln will be more than just a warmed-over Ford. For a base engine, it will get a larger 3.8-liter V6. It should also get a new version of the current Continental adjustable gas suspension. And the Lincoln will be stretched a little to give it a longer wheelbase for more interior room and a smoother ride. And then there's the bodywork. More upright and formal than the Ford or Mercury, but much more tasteful than the current Continental. Now we come to 1989 and the long-awaited Thunderbird replacement. Take a close look at the headlights on this prototype. They're just 3.5 inches high, and that'll give the new Bird a very aerodynamic nose. Even though this car has been heavily disguised to look like the current Thunderbird, you can see the windshield will have a much steeper rake. But the really good news here is that the Thunderbird will stay rear drive and get an independent rear suspension, plus the components to put it in the class with European sport coupes.
But Beth, I've noticed a lot more chrome and styling cliches on these '88 and '89 Fords than on current models.
Right, it looks like Ford may be doing a stylistic flip-flop, trying to get people with more traditional taste back into the showrooms.
Well, I guess the styling renaissance at Ford couldn't last forever. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome, John.
Well, now we're going to see a car that's even less recognizable than some of those upcoming Fords. It's a car that's built in Korea and sold in Canada.